What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of Give Breaker Nation, where we give excellent assessment and reviews. And in this video, we're going to be reviewing Captain America, the First Avenger. Now, Captain America is a 2011 superhero action film directed by Joe Johnston and serves as the first installment in the Captain America series. The film follows the sickly man named Steve Rogers, who ends up becoming the super soldier known as Captain America, and ends up aiding in the war effort against the Red Skull and the organization known as Hydra. And this is actually a pretty good and solid film. In terms of the story, the story follows this good guy named Steve Rogers, even though he's suffering from this disease and it looks like he's really anorexic. You know, he's really skinny, he's really small. I like the fact that throughout the course of the film, because he's so patriotic of the country, his resolve is constantly being challenged, even though he physically is inferior. It's great seeing how his character just goes to the story, keeps his resolve, keeps his dedication, keeps his loyalty, and just makes him a great and likable character. The story then turns over to the fact that he becomes the super soldier known as Captain America, and the guy is completely badass. Now, if you come into this film expecting the story to be completely action-packed, you might be a bit disappointed, because this film does address his presence as more of a propaganda engine, and I like how they utilize the politics and the propaganda behind the war to fuel more support. And that's one thing I did appreciate about the story. However, when he actually does go into the war, things do jump off. The action is great, it's solid, he is completely kick-ass. It felt like a complete developing arc for the character. Not only was it him wanting to come into the military, it's him coming to terms of who he is and him becoming the badass that we all know he is. And I have to say, the performances and casting were just solid. Chris Evans completely kills as Steve Rogers. He's a great character. He has personality. I love the patriotism. I like the loyalty that he had to his friends and comrades. He's an all-around likable character. I love that brotherly relationship that Steve Rogers has with Bucky, played by Sebastian Stan, and the guy completely kills the role. He's a very likable guy too. You can tell he does love and care about Steve Rogers and wants to look out for him in his best interest. So I did like that dynamic between these two characters. Hayley Atwell completely kills as Peggy Carter. Not only is she just a stunning, beautiful woman, she also has personality. She's strong, and I love that about her character. And I love the relationship and the chemistry that she has with Rogers. Tommy Lee Jones in the film, and he's pretty cool for the most part. I like the fact that they did show Tony Stark's father, and it's cool because you can kind of see how their personalities kind of parallel each other and how their mentalities are, and I really like that concept. Hugo Weaving completely killed as the Red Skull. The man definitely brought presence and charisma to the character. He's just a talented actor. I really appreciate it. And not only does he do a great job as the character, but the way that the character's facial design was done really well. And it did have an authentic look to it, as well as me paralleling this with the Captain America uniform, which I thought looked completely badass. I like the fact that it was more military based and it looked more tactical, and I thought that was pretty cool. The action is really badass. You definitely get to feel the World War II aspect of it, and the war scenes are pretty intense. The Captain America fight sequences are completely brutal. The man completely kills, whether he's going hand to hand with opponents or he's just using the shield. I love the score. I thought the score was done pretty well for the most part. It did give me that World War II feel, not only in terms of the war itself, but also just the main themes and the subtle tones here and there. For some people, the fact that this movie just isn't action to action to action, it is a bit slow paced. In the end, I really enjoyed Captain America, the First Avenger, despite the fact that the film is a bit of a slow burner in about the first 2 acts of it. I did like the performances. Chris Evans completely kills as Steve Rogers. I loved how the film addresses Peggy Carter. She's a great character, as well as Tony Stark's father, as well as the Red Skull. It does come to just a beautiful climax. The action is great. The costume designs and set pieces are great. I did appreciate the score. I have to say, Captain America, the First Avenger, deserves a 3 out of 5. If you like Captain America, it's a great action film. If you want to appreciate the superhero aspect of it, you will appreciate the World War II aspect. So guys, in the comment section below, what did you think of Captain America, the First Avenger? Did you like the film? Did you think that was a bit of a slow burner? Remember guys, every Friday, videos will be put up on this channel, so stay tuned. Into the next edition of Gift Breaker Nation. And remember guys, keep those gifts turning.